Joining us from Miami is Dr. Grazie Christie, Senior Policy Advisor for the Catholic Association, who grew up in Mexico. You know, on a Mexican hillside, Our Lady of Guadalupe appeared to Juan Diego, a very poor man. He lived a life of struggle. What does it mean that she didn't appear to a rich person?
Well, it means that she was there to announce the coming of Christianity to all the people of the Americas, to the native peoples, that were going to welcome her with full hearts as a wonderful vision of what life should be, a noble and beautiful, dignified life as children of God.
The feast day is celebrated by Catholics throughout the world, but what is it that explains the Mexican people's reverence for her?
The people of Mexico have an intimate and tender connection with Our Lady through the apparition of Our Lady of Guadalupe, who seems to them and is felt by them as a real mother. They rest in her gaze and in her care, like we all rested on our mothers when we were very young. And that persists, and it brings hearts to Jesus.
When Pope Francis traveled to Mexico, I remember in February, he prayed before Our Lady of Guadalupe. You know, he's the first Latin American pope. He has a great devotion to her. Is her appeal universal throughout Latin America?
Her appeal is universal, and my personal hope is that as the Church in the United States becomes more Hispanic, simply by demographics, that Americans here can grasp that kind of tender connection that Latin Americans have with Our Lady, because it does inform our faith in a very intimate, beautiful way.
What lesson do you think we can take from the feast day that can be applied to our everyday lives?
Well, that we have a mother in heaven who loves each and every single one of us individually with a really close and intimate and personal love. And we can rely on her completely to be there for us and to guide us where we need to get to.
I know here at EWTN News Nightly, we have a beautiful picture of her in our chapel, which is right next to our control room. And I love having that. And, you know, I'm not living in Mexico, so I guess you're right. It's all over. Dr. Grazie Christie, an advisory board member of the Catholic Association, thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, thank you for having me again.